Welcome to Darlington for race number 26 of the 2016 NASCAR XFINITY Series season, which brings us here to Darlington for the VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200, a 27-lap event here in Darlington, South Carolina. The track Too Tough to Tame, the Lady in Black here at Darlington. I'm Eric Burton here at my home track, bringing you live coverage of today's race from Darlington, a 27-lap race like I just mentioned. And we have 40 cars lined up on pit lane, getting ready for the command to fire up their engines and get ready to tackle the track Too Tough to Tame. On the front row, your winner here from 2014, Chase Elliott, the number 88 Tax Slayer Chevrolet, running double duty this weekend, getting some more track time before he makes his second start in the Cup Series at Darlington. Elliott will start on the pole alongside the rookie Brandon Jones, making his Darlington debut. He's never been here before, and he put that car on the outside of the front row in second place. Row 2 is Jones' teammate Ty Dillon, looking for win number 4 of the year in the number 3. And coming off a runner-up finish at Bristol and locking himself a spot in the playoffs, Darrell Wallace Jr. will roll off 4th. And running out your top 5, Cup veteran and last year's winner Denny Hamlin, running out your top 5. Eric Jones, Paul Menard, Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, and Blake Cook make up your top 10. Now, unlike the NASCAR XFINITY Series, which will be continuing their race of the chase tomorrow with the Bojangles Southern 500, in that race tomorrow, we'll have all 43 cars in tomorrow's race will have a throwback scheme to some driver or some sort of tribute, and it's going to be a fun race tomorrow. You're going to see a lot of great schemes. Can't wait for that race tomorrow night. But for the NASCAR XFINITY Series, we have 3 races remaining until the chase. Here today at Darlington, next weekend at Richmond, and the following week at Chicagoland. The first race of the chase will begin at Gateway Motorsports Park in about 3 weeks. Right now we have about 8 drivers who already know they will be running for the championship, or 9 drivers already know they will be running for the title. Cole Custer hopes to lock up a spot today in the 00. Now let's take a look at the driver who will be starting 8th today. The 4th car on the outside lane, the 19 of Daniel Suarez. He has a 43-point lead on Ty Dillon and a 46-point lead on his teammate Eric Jones in the number 11. If Suarez will hang on to that championship point lead for the next 3 races, Suarez will be guaranteed the spot in round number 2 of the chase. That is big for the sophomore driver out of Monterrey, Mexico, Daniel Suarez. He'll start 8th today. There is a 64 points difference between Ryan Reed and Blake Cook on making the chase. They are 12th and 13th in points, and a bad run today by Ryan Reed and a good run by Blake Cook would make that difference even tighter heading into Richmond next weekend. So we'll see what will play out throughout the day here at Darlington. Anyway, let's take it down trackside for the command to fire up the engines here from the track Too Tough to Tame.
Drivers, start your engines.
The 40 cars lined up on pit lane will fire up their engines and begin the pace lap at the top of your screen. Your starting grid will appear, and you will be able to see where your favorite drivers will start in today's VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200 from Darlington. As we are getting ready for the start here, and we have one car off the pace down here on the apron, down in turn 3 and 4. That is the 0 of Michael Self, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, and he has a problem, and he's coming to pit lane. The Johnny Davis Rookie of the Year contender, 19th in points, and it appears he will not be able to start the race right away, as he will probably go a lap down. But up front, it's Chase Elliott and Brandon Jones, your front row, coming down to the line to get us underway. Green flag is out, we're underway from Darlington, and a great jump by the 88 of Chase Elliott down in the turn number 1 to go. And Brandon Jones able to hang on to second place. He ducks down in the inside lane to hold off Ty Dillon in the 3, who will now move up into 3rd place out of turn number 2 for the first time today. And we have cars in the wall here in turn 3. We stay green, but they're all scattered all over the place. 3 wide into turn number 3. Ray Black Jr., John West Townley, who has damage in the 25. And out of turn number 4, they continue to be 3 wide, and up front, it is Chase Elliott in front of Ty Dillon and Brandon Jones, Paul Menard, and Joey Logano, your top 5. Hamlin 6, Chris Buescher, Darrell Wallace, Suarez, and Justin Marks. That is your current top 10 as we are... Oh, we have a spin here off turn 4 into the inside wall, the 13 of Josh Wise. That will bring out the first yellow of the day. No, it won't, but Wise, who spun off turn number 2, hit the inside wall. He gets it going, and we will stay green for yet another lap until Cole Witt will get run over by Mingus, but he hangs on. Intense couple laps here at Darlington, and now we find Chase Elliott in front of the 3 of Ty Dillon trying to hang on to the lead, with Paul Menard, Logano now 4th, and Hamlin trying to move by the rookie Brandon Jones to crack himself a spot in the top 5. 3 laps have now been put on the board complete. Elliott, Dillon, Menard, Logano, and Jones. Hamlin, Wallace, Suarez, Busher, and Marks. Some guys who was on the outside lane, you can tell they really fell back on the start. One of them was that number 11 of Eric Jones and Blake Cook, and he run over by James Busher, and Josh Berry's in the wall here in turn 3 and 4. That will allow the 98 of Ryan Truex to have a huge run on that number 7, entering turn number 1, and move Truex up into 15th place. Now Jones on the inside of Ross Chastain. What a great run by Chastain right now. 11th place in that number 4 as Jones and Cook will go by. And here comes that one of James Busher. And the 2 Roush Fenway Ford Mustangs going after 7th place. And behind them the 42 of Justin Marks. And now the top 4 have kind of caught each other. Now they're in like their own little pack right now, being led by Chase Elliott. And the 0 of Michael Self is back on track in 40th place, 1 lap down to lead of Chase Elliott. And I'm looking, and we're still green. I mean, I thought we were going to have a huge wreck here off turn 2 in the first lap. And then we saw the 13 of Josh Wise get turned, hit the inside wall, but kept it going, and we are still green. Ryan Ellis moving by Derek Cope. There's Garrett Smithley in the 97 this weekend. John West Townley in the 25. And you can see some pretty good contact and damage on the 25 of John West Townley. Jed Burton in the 26, and Smithley up the track in turn 1. Here comes Townley to make the pass in the 25. Bringing down the 70 into BJ McLeod with him. Jeff Green, your 2000 Series champion, right now 29th. Joey Gase, Tyler Young, Dakota Armstrong, JJ Yaley, Brendan Gaughan. Now, we talked about Ron Reed and Blake Cook, about 64 points. You know, that's right now, that's still a pretty good lead for Ron Reed, but he has a bad run and Blake Cook have a good run, and Cook's right here inside the top 10 as of right now. I mean, if Cook can have like a nice decent run today, and then Ron Reed has some bad luck in the next 2 weeks, put that 21 Collie Racing Chevrolet in the chase. But right now, Elliott going by Logano. Elliott has lost the lead, and now it's the 2 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolets, Paul Menard and Ty Dillon, leading here at the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. Menard out in front of the field, looking for his first win of the year, but Ty Dillon looking to possibly tie Suarez in the 19 as the most wins in 2016 to date. Daniel has 4, Ty Dillon has 3, and Logano up the track, and you see that momentum on the inside. Hamlin got by Logano, but here comes Suarez getting by both of them in the same corner. And up ahead of Paul Menard is the 13 of Josh Wise, who was wrecked early in the race. We saw it live. Wise has some pretty good damage, and he'll be going a lap down here very soon, as we'll have 17 to go this time by for Paul Menard. Menard will complete the pass down here in turn 1. Ty Dillon in the 3 will go by, and so will Chase Elliott. We have 2 RCR cars inside the top 5, along with 2 JGR Toyotas. And then we got the lone Jenny Motorsports Chevrolet of Chase Elliott. Next guy to go lap down will be the 0 of Michael Self, who will be going a second lap down to lead to Paul Menard. What a great run by Paul Menard right now. I mean, he has no wins in 2016. He's only competed in a handful of races throughout the year. And for a guy like Menard, who has had a rough 26... Oh, we have trouble behind him. Denny Hamlin gets turned by Joey Logano, but they save it. Hamlin saves it, and he'll hang on to the 4th spot. Change that 5th spot over Joey Logano. And what could have been a wreck number 20 race car on the back straightaway, he hangs on, and now he'll still have a shot to possibly get a win or at least a top 5 finish. As Elliott now going after Ty Dillon for second. Dillon up the track, and when you see 2 cars side by side, the car behind them will have a huge run getting into the corner. In this case, it being the 19 of Daniel Suarez, and we are now being shown on the yellow. And we have the 15 of Jeff Green right down here in turn 1, and nowhere to go for Ray Black Jr. or Jordan Anderson. They pile in, and Kim Menard, no! Menard, Elliott, your leaders. And Brandon Jones just ran in the back of Logano. They're running in the back of everybody. Eric Jones, heavy damage on the 11. What are they doing down here on turn 1? Look at that number 11 of Eric Jones. I mean, they were just running into everybody down here like ARCA brakes. What in the world? James Busher, heavy damage on the number 1. Brandon Jones, Joey Logano, and and Chase Elliott, who was second. Paul Menard, your leader. Jones, Menard, Chastain, who's having a great run inside the top 15, Ray Black Jr., John West Townley, but it all started with this 15 of Jeff Green, who got spun down in turn number 3, was clobbered by Ray Black Jr. and Jordan Anderson, and it all starts off turn 2, and it finishes up in turn 3. Right here, the 52, Joey Gase, makes contact with Jeff Green. They come back up the track, and Gase and Green goes around after contact with the 26 of Jed Burton. Gase drives away, but Townley, who also ran into the 25, we did not see that. See with McLeod, they ran into the 15. And Harmony, can see it up ahead, ran into the 25, and here comes Anderson. He already clobbered, and Paul Menard, Elliott runs into Menard, Suarez runs into the 88, Logano got contact, Jones, Cole Custer, Chris Busher. What in the world is going on here? And there's Chastain stuck in behind Jones. What a big shakeup this will be to the running order. We have Mike Harmon, Garrett Smithley, and Jordan Anderson being listed out the race. And we have right now 31 cars listed on the lead lap, and Eric Jones, I don't see him continuing, or Paul Menard. Tough break for Paul Menard. James Busher coming off pit lane. But Ty Dillon is your leader. Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and Cole Custer. Chris Busher, Ryan Truex, Blake Cook, Eric Almirola, and Josh Berry, followed by Wallace, Marks, Reed, Gunn, and Cole Witts. So we'll see what happens when we come back to Darlington Live. But leader Paul Menard, a guy who could have possibly won today's race, done for the day, as we are just past the halfway point in the VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200. We are back live here at Darlington with pretty much about a little bit more than half the field remaining on track after a big wreck down there in turn number 3 and 4, which led to 2 of our leaders, Paul Menard and Chase Elliott, taking their cars behind the wall with, 10 laps to go right now, with Ty Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and Cole Custer, Chris Busher, Ryan Truex, Blake Cook, Eric Almirola, and Josh Berry. Top 10, Darrell Wallace, Justin Marks, Ryan Reed, Brendan Gunn, Cole Witt. And now we have the 26 of Jed Burton coming down pit lane along with Michael Self. That's Chastain in the 4th. And a lot of cars out of the race. Anderson, Black Jr., Harmon, McLeod, Townley, Green. What all started with Jeff Green getting turned by Joey Gase led to this big pileup in turn 3 and 4, which took Smithley, Derek Cope, Paul Menard, Brandon Jones, and Chase Elliott behind the wall. Chastain now 1 lap down with teammate Michael Self and Josh Wise, and Eric Jones 3rd in points. It does not appear he'll be getting that guaranteed spot in round number 2 to chase, as he's right now 26 with no hood on that Freightliner Toyota Camry. Like we said though, 10 laps to go, with Ty Dillon, Daniel Suarez, and Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, and Cole Custer, your top 5 are back underway. And I believe the only guy who did not get contact from that pileup down in turn 3 was leader Ty Dillon. He saw Suarez make slight contact with, I believe it was either Menard or Elliott. See damage on the rear end of the 22 Logano. And Burton in the 26 has now taken his car behind the wall as here comes Denny Hamlin for second on the teammate Daniel Suarez. Suarez out the track. That's what Ty Dillon wants to see in his rearview mirror. And then there's the 22 Joe Logano. Cole Custer possibly trying to get a win. Chris Buescher, Ryan Truex, but Hamlin will complete the pass on the 19. So will Logano. Custer, does the 19 have a problem? I mean, he's just dropping back like a rock. Here comes Ryan Truex, Blake Cook, possibly the 43 of Eric Almirola. Now he'll be put on the outside by Josh Berry. What we're seeing today, the outside line not be the preferred line here at Darlington. And the top four trying to break away. How about Blake Cook? What a run by Blake Cook. The Matthew Collick number 21 team formed just past the May point of the year. We're on the Charlotte, Iowa schedule somewhere in that area. Blake Cook left TriStar Motorsports, headed to Matthew Collick, the owner of Lee Filter, to start up this new team, Collick Racing, the number 21. Cook joined the team and has had a great run ever since. I mean, he's moved up from like 18th in points to 13th, trying to make the chase, and right now runs inside the top 10 in 7th place, looking for his second top 10 in 2016. As we now have 25 cars on the lead lap, but we are back on the yellow with the wreck down here, possibly involving Josh Wise and Eric Jones. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we are back on the yellow here at Darlington. The pace car has now picked up leader Ty Dillon. Ryan Truex up inside the top 5. A great run with the 98. After having some pretty poor weeks. Had a nice top 10 last weekend at Bristol. And now we'll have a top 5 possibly in the works here today at Darlington, as we're going to go back and see what brought out the yellow. I'm going to watch when the pace lights come on, the lights come on top of the pace car. Here it is. Oh, down here. 13 of Josh Wise, the 11 of Eric Jones. Made contact and, ooh, a little bit more than contact with Jones. Kind of the same thing we saw with Jeff Green and Joey Gase. Tyler Young gets into the 13 of Wise off turn 2, and Wise, this is where Wise wrecked earlier in the race and got that damage. Wise came back out the track. This is exactly what we saw with Jeff Green, Joey Gase, and Jeb Burton. In this case, Michael Self was Jeb Burton. Young was Gase, and as you can tell, Wise was Jeff Green in this incident, and I believe they'll be able to continue, but laps will be winding down here from Darlington. Ty Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Joe Logano, Cole Custer, and Ryan Truex, your top 5. We are back here at Darlington getting ready for what will be a 3-lap dash to the finish. This is not a green-white checker. This is not overtime. This is the scheduled distance. 3 laps remaining here at Darlington. When we get the green flag, it'll be Ty Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Joe Logano, Cole Custer, and Ryan Truex. Daniel Suarez, Blake Cook, Josh Berry, Darrell Wallace, and Justin Marks. Ryan Reed, Brendan Gaughan, Eric Almirola, Cole Witt, and Mason Mingus. Your top 15. And we're just now going down the back straightaway, are we? Yeah. So, we have 28 cars on track, 25 on the lead lap. And should we get another yellow and go overtime, it will only be the 25 cars or whoever is on the lead lap or is currently running at the end of the scheduled distance that would participate in the green-white checker. Hopefully we will not need the green-white checker, and hopefully we can get this race in the scheduled distance, 3 laps. Can Ty Dillon pick up win number 4 in 2016? How about Denny Hamlin trying to go back-to-back wins at the track? Too tough to tame. Joe Logano has never, or I believe he may have won here before in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. I'm not quite sure. But coming down here to the start and finish line, a great jump by Ty Dillon. He drives away from Denny Hamlin, who spins his tires. Now Logano will be all over Denny Hamlin, getting down into turn number 1. Brendan Gaughan moves by Ryan Reed off turn 2. Throughout the field, no, Joey Gase nearly gets taken down by Eric Jones. He appears trying to be causing a yellow or something. And now Logano moves by. Oh, don't wreck. Come on, guys. Keep it going. 2 to go. Logano on the inside of Denny Hamlin. And here comes Cole Custer. Does he have a shot to win the race? 3 wide. Ooh, Justin Marks. Brendan Gaughan. Come on, Gaughan. Don't wreck. Tight, close racing throughout the entire field. Can Ty Dillon get to the start and finish line before the yellow comes out? We're still green. Out of turn number 4. Down off turn 4. Down to the line. 1 lap to go at Darlington for Ty Dillon. We are on the last lap. If a caution comes out, this race will end as they will race back to the line. Suarez on the inside of Ryan Truex. Behind Suarez and Truex is Josh Berry, Darrell Wallace, and Justin Marks. Blake Cook all of a sudden falling outside the top 10. Jeremy Clements into the picture in that 51. Mingus and Sieg. But out of turn number 4, the 3 of Ty Dillon will hang on. Logano closes in, but Ty Dillon will win at Darlington. His 4th win of the year. And Ty Dillon continues to impress as he'll be certainly a factor to run for the championship here in 2016. Logano, even with damage on the rear end of that Hertz Ford Mustang, closes in to 2nd. And how about Cole Custer? Maybe a few laps away. Could have got his first career win here today, but he will come on 3rd. And Custer will most likely clinch the spot in the chase here today. Denny Hamlin spun his tires, will be 4th. And Suarez, your top 5. With Josh Berry, Darrell Wallace, Ryan Truex, Justin Marks, and Brendan Gaughan coming up top 10 finishes. Blake Cook, 14th. Ryan Reed, 19th. So there's your winner, Ty Dillon in the 3 in the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Search has already been going out saying that Dillon will be moving up to the NASCAR XFINITY Series in 2017. Trying to run for Rookie of the Year. And before he would move up, he would love to get a Xfinity Championship. Right now, he is proving that he is going to be a factor. He's going to be one of those drivers that you will have to beat to win the championship. On your screen, your results in your updated chase grid after race number 26 of the year that is on your screen right now. And tomorrow night, the NASCAR XFINITY Series Throwback Weekend. The Bojangles Southern 500 tomorrow here from Darlington Raceway. And then next weekend, the NASCAR XFINITY Series will be live from Richmond, as we are now 2 races away from the kickoff of the Xfinity Chase for the championship. We will see tomorrow for Throwback Weekend, Throwback Sunday from the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Until then, congrats to Ty Dillon, and we will see you tomorrow for the Cup race from Darlington. Goodbye, everyone.